Hey guys, it's Sarah J. I'm coming in a little bit early today because I've got a team training at 6:30 WA time. So I've got to be done and dusted before then to get on to my peeps. So I hope you've had a wonderful day, and following yesterday's live, thank you for those of you that came with me on my little cruise around the neighbourhood on my horse. It was a bit special to have you with me on that. I'm talking about horses again, but not in the literal sense, right? I'm talking about Hey Sue West, nearly always first. I'm talking about, do you put your cart before your horse? So we know with a horse and carriage, right, the horse is in the front, the carriage is behind. But so many times when I'm talking to people, when it comes to weight loss, I see you, sweetie, when it comes to weight loss in particular, I get the response of, I'm not ready. I'm not in the right headspace. I can't do it right now. Now's not the right time. And all these objections come up naturally for people because they're possibly just not in the right stage of transformation. They may still be in denial, and that's a whole nother live, which I'll do shortly for you guys, as the stages of transformation. Hey guys, good to see you on here. Thank you for joining me. Hey Irene, hi Sandy, hey Hadwin, good to see you, darling. So when we talk about not being in the right space, sometimes what you have to do is actually just take one step. Right? And to take one step then creates momentum. It's a little bit like standing on the top of the hill. If you want to get to the bottom of the hill, you've just got to take one step, right? And then the momentum that happens through your journey will get you to where you want to be. It's the same as if you want to get to the top of the hill and you're down the bottom, okay? It starts with one step. Now, too many times people throw up that I'm not in the right headspace. Now, what we know happens, in particular with weight loss, with our program, with getting healthy in any way, shape or form. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Trevini. Hey, Kimmy. Good to see you. Beautiful. Hope you're okay over there in Melbourne. Is that you've just got to start. And once you start and you start to see results, then all of a sudden the horse overtakes the cart and everything is in the right way. Everything goes into the correct alignment. But it comes, like, the decision to do it comes before the right headspace. There's no easy solution in this. There is never, ever going to be a right headspace, a right time, a perfect moment, or, just this magical thing that happens to make you go, yes, everything's in alignment. The stars are in alignment. It's the right moon. It's, Venus rising, whatever. It's a crock of shit, right? You have to make the decision. Quite often, and this is the sad part of this alignment, right? Quite often what happens is we have a health crisis and we're forced to put the horse before the cart because our doctors tell us, you got to lose weight or you're going to die, or you're going to have this disease or that disease, or this symptom or that symptom, or this is why your knees hurt, or that's why your back's sore. All these things that can happen for us are definitely preventable. Most things can be at the very least eased with weight loss. We know that. How many of you have been overweight and have gone to the doctor and the first thing out of your doctor's mouth is, you need to lose weight? Now, I applaud those doctors because I tell you now, it's not easy to look at somebody and have them sit across from you and tell them you have to lose weight. It's not easy. And I applaud the ones that are brave enough. I've got one little cat here and it's driving me insane. I smooched my cat before I came in here. I lost my train of thought then. It's not easy to tell somebody that that's what you need to do. And the downside of this is that doctors don't have the skills to get you there. They can refer you to a naturopath or a nutritionist or whatever is their belief system, but they do not have the skill set. The average doctor is lucky to do one semester of study in and around nutrition and that kind of thing to become a general practitioner. It's not in the, what do you call it? In their course. I lost the word. Oh, I'm doing well tonight. It's not in their course studies, right? So the average doctor, while they can tell you, yes, you need to lose weight, that's kind of where they stop. That's where people have to come and find people like me, find people like Michelle, find people like Kimmy, find people that, you know, can actually give them a solution to what it is that they seek, which is weight loss. But too many times we have to wait for that health crisis to hit, that rock bottom, that I've got nothing to wear. That's the big one for women, right? I got no pants that do up. I took a photo of myself this morning in my jeans, and I'm like, and I you know, I pulled the button as close as I could without cinching in my waist, because I don't like things. I could do them up, but I don't like muffin topping stuff, you know. I don't like that look on me in particular, and I find it uncomfortable. So I put them like as close as I could without cinching in my waist, and I took a photo of it, because that is my next goal, is to get that button closed with comfort knees. Then I want those jeans to go and the next pair to come out and get them to fit me perfectly. Because, you know, I'm not weighing this round, right? I'm not weighing at all. These little suckers in the corner here are dusty and lonely. I'm using other means, measurements, how I feel, how my cardio is, all that kind of stuff to actually gauge. Yes, Michelle, you do have to get your shit together, my darling. Michelle's one of my beautiful ladies, and she's done amazingly on the program. But we all have these things. And you know, I own my shit all the time, right? I always own the fact that I'm a food addict, right? I love my food, I love to drink, and I fall off the wagon, you know, from time to time, and I have to start again. And there's so many of you on here that I know are exactly the same, that go through exactly the same cycle. But you know what I said in my first live? It's not about being a failure. You're only a failure when you stop getting back up and you stop swinging. So if those of you that are still in that, you know, denial, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month, I'm not in the right frame of mind, that you've put your cart before your horse, flip them around, okay? And the only way you can do that is by starting, by taking one step towards making those changes. And I know you can do it, right? We can all do it. Everybody can do it. Some amazing people have lost amazing amounts of weight in the world, all over. Okay, so they're no different to you. They don't have anything special. They don't have a special drive or a special, you know, thing about them that makes them any different from any one of you. So I just want to say that I believe that you can do it if you choose to do it. You just have to flick that switch, right? You've just got to flick the switch, turn it on and go, I'm just going to do it. Now, one of my favorite things that I say to people, and my clients will back me up on this, right? They say, I'll try. And my team will back me up as well. I like the breast best. Oh, they're doing the shoes. They're doing the shirt together. Thanks, Gibby. I always say, like, whenever they say the word, I'm going to try to follow the program this week, or I'm going to try to make better changes. Hey, Danny Nicole, good to see you. I love you too, Irene. And I say, there is no try. Okay, there is only do or don't do. Because when you say you're going to try, it leaves the back door open for, well, I tried, but it didn't work for me, right? When you come to things like this and you want to make these enormous changes to your life, and don't get me wrong, they are enormous changes for most people, especially those people like myself that have to lose over 30 kilos. They are enormous changes. But you've got to flick that switch. You've got to flick it and just go, you know what? Come hell or high water, I don't care what comes across my path. I don't care what you say. I don't care what people think about me. I am going to do this. And you may have failures along the way. You may have stumbles. You may have days where you just can't do it. But it doesn't matter. It's what you do the next day and the next meal and the next mouthful that matters, right? Because every single day is a new day. Every single meal is a new meal, and every single mouthful is a new mouthful. And I believe in you. So for those of you that needed to hear that tonight, and I know there are a couple of you on here that did need to hear that tonight. I'm not doing words, so maybe I need to drink some water. I've got my water. I got a bit sunburnt yesterday, can you tell? All right, guys, I hope that this message hits home. Thank you so much for joining me. Got some shout outs for shares. We've got Michelin Hilton. Thank you, beautiful. We've got Rushi Shrivastema. Oh no, hang on, I've got the wrong list. That was last time's list. This time's list, beg your pardon. Michelin Hilton again, thank you. Matthew Pelly, thank you, darling. And Upi Ekaputi, Thank you so much for your share. If you decide that you've got people in your life or people in your groups that need to hear this message, please feel free to share it. All I ask is that you tell me that you've shared it so that I can give you a full name shout out. Thanks for the love, guys. Thank you, Sheridan. Hey, Jenny, good to see you, darling. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Remember, you can always flip me a message and ask me to talk about something specific. Otherwise, I might talk about the stages of transformation tomorrow and go through those with you. I'm just going to write myself a note so I don't forget. All right, have a great night. Mwah. Love yous.